Welcome to your gentle restorative yoga practice. I have a couple of props here today, a bolster, which is a big firm pillow, and a blanket. If you don't have these at home, you could use another sort of blanket or some towels, even stacked up to create a support that we'll be using later with the bolster. So we're going to start on our backs today. So if you'll go ahead and lower down onto your back, coming all the way into a reclined position. And you can either start with your feet wide on the mat and your knees coming in together, or for you to have your legs straight, that's a nice option. I'm going to start with my knees bent, feet wide, letting my knees knock in together and just adjusting my feet until I feel like my legs can just completely relax here. Like there's no effort needed in my thighs or in my pelvic body at all. And you might even lift the pelvis up in either position and lower it back down, just letting it settle into its alignment, into a place that feels comfortable for you. With your arms, a couple of options. You can either place your hands onto your belly, which can be grounding and help you connect to your breath. Or if you feel like you want to start right with some chest opening and shoulder relaxation, you can bring your arms out wide into a T position with your palms ideally facing up if that is comfortable for you. And you might adjust the placement of your head, maybe shifting it a little bit side to side or up and down until you land right in the center, right in the back center of the head. Maybe closing the eyes if that's comfortable for you, or just finding a place to rest your gaze at the ceiling, finding a gaze point, a drishti, a focal point. And starting by just feeling all of the points of contact between your body and the ground. So noticing the head relaxing into the support of the floor, the shoulder body and arms softening down, the back and pelvis, your legs and your feet. And instead of feeling this heaviness, this inertness, maybe instead feeling this support, the rising up of the ground into your body. Good. And then just noticing your breath without changing your breath, just becoming an observer of your own breathing, noticing the inhale as it comes in and the exhale as it leaves. And if you're able to breathe through your nose, coming into nostril breathing, and now just noticing the temperature of the air as it enters your nostrils. Maybe noticing that it's a little cool sensation. And with your exhale, noticing that it's a little warmer. A couple more breaths with this temperature awareness. In and out. And then with your next exhale, empty all of the breath out of your body, feeling the ribs hugging in, your navel hugging in, emptying everything out, any stale air. And then as you inhale, fill your belly, your ribs, and your chest, holding the breath in for a count of 5, 2, 1, and then exhaling all the way out, lowering your chest and your ribs, feeling the belly drawing in, and holding the breath out if you're able for a count of 7, 2, 1. Again, inhaling, filling up your belly, your ribs, your chest, all the way up, but keeping the shoulders relaxed, feeling the air kind of pressing down into the fullness of the lungs. And then exhaling all the way out, chest draws down, ribs hugging in, navel drawing slightly in and up towards your spine, holding the breath out for 7. And one more like that, deep in breath, fill the belly, fill the ribs, fill the chest, shoulders relaxed, face is relaxed, just watching the breath. And then exhale everything out, chest, ribs, belly, all lowering, holding it out for 7. Good. Allow the breath to fill the body, continuing with these deep, steady breaths through the nose. And now, if the knees are together, separate your knees. If the legs are straight, bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, and hug your right knee into your chest. So drawing the right knee into the chest, you have the option here to straighten your left leg out in front of you, pressing through the left heel. Leg. But if straightening the left leg creates discomfort or a pull in your pelvis or your low back, then just go ahead and bend the knee and place the foot on the floor again. Okay. Good. Noticing if the shoulders have hunched up or if you're creating any tension anywhere in the body, and just allowing that to relax. So we're continuously practicing mindfulness. We are observing, we're watching, kind of scanning through our systems, noticing any habitual holding patterns or tension that we can invite to let go in this practice. And keeping your right hand on your knee, you send your left arm up over your head. So you're reaching long through this left fingers and out through your left heel, feeling this whole left side body stretch. And then start to circle the right knee just in little rotations, just starting in one direction. Just rotations. If you need to bend the left elbow or soften the arm down at any time, always feel free to adjust these practices to fit your body, not the other way around. Good. And then reverse the direction of this rotation through your right knee. Maybe feeling this gentle massaging through the outer hip and the sacrum or wherever you feel it in your body. Good. And bring the knee in towards your chest, both hands connecting to the right knee or shin. Good. And then in one smooth motion or taking your time, you're going to switch sides. You're going to draw the left knee into your chest and either lower the right foot to the floor or slide the right leg out in front of you, just feeling those right hip flexors, the front of the pelvis opening up. Good. So on this right side, those hip flexors are lengthening, and on the left, they're relaxing, they're softening. And these are the muscles that can kind of get tight or short when we're in a state of stress or anxiety, or if we are sleeping in the fetal position or doing a lot of sitting, gardening, anytime the knees are toward the chest or we're in a seated shape. So breathing, especially into your low belly, and maybe reaching that right arm now up alongside your head, pressing the right heel forward, finding length through this whole right side of the body, this whole fabric of fascia that connects the right side of your body. And with the left hand on your knee, you can just start to find those small circles, right? And none of this movement has to be big or impactful, big to be impactful, right? So just following your body's intuition. Sometimes small, subtle movements can be the most soothing for our nervous system to help reduce achiness or pain in the body. Good, and then reversing the direction of your circles with your knee, just going the other way. Adjusting anything in the body that needs to be shifted. Maybe that right arm wants to bend, or the head, lifting the chin slightly away from the chest. Good. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, hug the right knee into the chest, lift your head, lift your shoulders, and curl your body into a ball. You can even hug the navel into your spine, just stretching out through your back body. Maybe even rocking a little bit, side, low back, or sacrum. And then release your shoulders and your head back to the floor. Lower your feet to the mat. And with your arms alongside your body, bend your elbows to 90 degrees. Your fingers are pointing straight up towards the ceiling. Good. Deep breath in. And exhale it all the way out. Good. With your next inhale, just lift the pelvis an inch or two off of the ground. More of a posterior pelvic tilt, a little tilt back in the pelvis as it peels off the ground, and then exhale to just softly let it release back to the floor. Good. Again, inhale, maybe lifting a little bit higher, or you can stay with that subtle pelvic tilt if that feels better for you, and then exhale to lower down. Good. And inhaling maybe about halfway up to your highest lift, your highest bridge for today, whatever that is for you. And exhale to lower down, and feeling this massaging across the back. Good. And then inhale this time to lift all the way up to your highest height, which doesn't have to be high. It could be maybe 80% effort, finding ease in the body. And then give yourself 2 big, deep belly breaths. So inhaling, filling up the belly, and exhaling to let it soften. And one more like that. Inhaling, fill up the belly. And exhale to slowly lower all the way back down. Only taking your time. And then hug your knees into your chest, rocking a little bit side to side across the back. Giving yourself this embrace of your full self, unconditional holding of yourself. Good. And then you're going to roll over onto your left side into a fetal pose. I'm going to come to my right just for your view, but you'll come onto your left, tuck your left arm under your head if that feels comfortable. Right. Just closing your eyes, letting yourself be still for a moment. And then really slowly using this top hand and then the bottom to press yourself up onto your hands and your knees. And this is when you might pull in your blanket. So you can grab your blanket or a towel or anything really that might pad your knees, especially if you have sensitive knee joints. Just pulling in some kind of support underneath the knees. I'm going to come into table, all fours on hands and knees, and I invite you here to place the hands a little bit forward of the shoulders and soften through the elbow joints. We want all of our joints to feel really fluid here, like nothing is getting congested or stuck or compressed. And starting with some cat-cow, as you inhale, you're going to bend the elbows, broaden the chest, and let the belly drop downward as the sitting bones lift up. Being mindful not to crank the head up, maybe just looking slightly out in front of your mat. And then with your exhalation, ground the palms down. Feel the whole spine arching up towards the sky. And again, inhaling, bend the elbows, broaden the chest, Kind of finding your flow here, maybe closing the eyes and exhaling as you round the back. Just noticing what it might feel like to shift the weight a little bit forward or back. And then inhaling, bend the elbows, broaden the chest, just look slightly forward. So continuing this flow at your own pace. Being mindful that we're tapping in again to this water-like quality in our bodies. So everything is one, it's all flowing and fluid. And just noticing maybe the points in the spine or in the back that are a little more sticky, maybe giving a little more time there, or a little more awareness to let those areas free up. I mean, because anywhere that there's that congestion in the body, it not only creates physical stickiness, but also emotional and energetic blockages. So letting the whole body become free. Good. And for these next breaths, if it feels good to shift in any other ways, maybe a little bit side to side or barrel rolls through your ribs or hip circles, just kind of tapping into your intuitive body. Like, what would feel good? What is going to nurture my heart space, my soul, or my wisdom self here? And then in your next couple of breaths, you're going to find your way back into a child's pose. You're going to bring your knees out wide. Big toes come together. The hips come toward the heels. If you have any knee issues, then I recommend staying forward, maybe on the forearms instead. But just letting the hips come back toward the heels and then allowing the head to either release to the floor, or you can stack your forearms and rest your head on your forearms, letting the belly soften. Coming into your breath, especially breathing into the back of your body. And oftentimes when we feel stress or anxiety in the body, it shows up in the front or maybe in our projections into the future. But sometimes grounding and bringing awareness to our back body helps to soothe the mind, soothe the nervous system. It gives us a different perspective. Just a couple more breaths here. Good. Bring your arms back out in front of you, rising up to hands and knees. And I didn't say this before, but you can always modify if the wrists are uncomfortable by placing your forearms up on bolster, a stack of blankets, or bringing the forearms all the way down to the ground, elbows underneath the shoulders. So again, always adapting the yoga practice to your body. And from here, you're going to straighten your right leg back behind you, placing the ball of the foot to the floor and just pressing that heel back. It's okay for the shoulders to drift back in space. If it feels better for you to pulse a few times through that right heel, you could try that. Maybe that helps to warm up your fascia, your musculature through the back of the leg. And then when you're ready, maybe pressing and holding it here. Just feeling the whole back, the Achilles tendon, the calf muscles, all the way up through the knee, sole of the foot, lengthening out. Good. Bringing the heel back forward, find a focal point on the floor in front of you, and just lift your right leg up no higher than the height of the pelvis. So just in a gentle lift, pressing out through the heel, and the foot is active as if you're standing on that leg. So it's supporting the rest of the body. If there's any low back discomfort, put a little engagement into your belly, drawing the low belly in and up to support the low back, the lumbar spine. And you can stay right here or reach your left arm out in front of you, their thumb facing up towards the sky. This is going to strengthen the back body, and it connects left and right sides of the brain, which can be really soothing, calming, and focusing for the mind. And you can stay here or take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring your knee and your elbow together, rounding your back, and then inhale to lengthen your arm and your leg long. Good. Exhale, the knee and the elbow together, rounding the back. And inhale it long. And 3 more of these. Remembering that there's a pause at the top of the inhale and at the bottom of the exhale. And last one, inhaling it long and exhaling to squeeze it in. Okay, lengthen your arm and your leg, hold there, maybe lift a little more, feel the back body getting stronger. And then lower your hand, lower the ball of your foot to the floor, and then pivot that back foot to the ground, coming into side angle. The right hand comes to the right hip, or you can reach the right arm straight up towards the sky. A little bend in the supporting arm. And your gaze can be lifted, or you can drop the gaze down towards the floor, or have it straight ahead, whatever is most comfortable for your neck. And you can stay right here or swing this top arm forward in front of the face and then over your head, coming back to this big side body stretch that we began with in a little bigger way. So you can even bend this lifted elbow and dipping the fingers down, letting the ribs arc up towards the sky, all the while breathing deeply. Side body breath. Good. One more deep breath right here. And with your exhale, lower your hand, lower your knee. Child's pose, knees come out wide, toes together. And you're going to walk your arms over to the right side. You're hugging in this right side body. The head can rest on the ground, or again, you can stack your forearms. Just coming into this restful shape while you breathe into the side of the body. And one more breath. And then coming back to center, rising up to hands and knees. Just bring the knees back in underneath the hips and take a couple of cat-cows here, or that organic, kind of intuitive movement in the body, whatever feels good for you, and creating flow, right? So noticing that any parts of the body that felt stuck, you can even hold in those areas a little bit longer, inviting them to open up. Letting the blood flow freely and easily. Good. And then coming back to neutral, again, you can stay on your hands, or if you need to lower to forearms, that's a great option, especially with the back of the leg stretch. And then straighten your left leg back behind you. Place the ball of the foot on the floor. And again, you can pulse this heel forward and back, or you can press and hold it. Again, stretching out sole of the foot, ankle, calf. This is great for your foot health, your knee health. Good, breathing here. And you find those deep breaths, especially focusing on the exhalation, a longer exhale, which can really calm the nervous system down. Bring us into that more meditative state. We are here right now. This is all there is to be with. Breathe with it as it is. No more, no less. And then if you're on your forearms, you might choose to come up to your hands, lift that left leg up just to the height of the pelvis. Find your focal point that helps to balance the body and the mind. You can stay here or reach the right arm out in front of you, thumb facing up. Right? And the supporting arm is slightly bent. Elbow slightly bent. And you can stay there, or as you exhale, bring your knee and your elbow together, round your back, hug towards your midline, and inhale to lengthen the arm and the leg. Connecting movement and breath, exhale it in, and inhale, lengthen your arm and your leg. And 3 more at your own pace. This cross crawl is great, again, for brain connection, proprioception balance in the body. Good. After your last round, going to lengthen your arm and your leg. Lift a little more. Feel your back body as strong as it is. You lower your hand. Lower the left foot to the floor and find, again, this side angle. So you're going to pivot your heel to the ground. Bring your left hand to your left waist or lift the arm straight up. Still a little bend in this lifted elbow so the shoulder isn't compressed. And again, finding a comfortable position for the head and the neck to be in here. And you can stay as you are or swing this left top arm in front of you and then over your head. So you're coming into this left side body stretch, maybe feeling it in the outer waist, low back, side ribs. Maybe bending this lifted elbow to arc up a little bit more like a crescent moon shape. Good. 3 more breaths. Good. As you exhale, lower your hand, lower your knee. Good. Lower your elbows down underneath your shoulders. Your hips stay stacked over the knees. And you can stay right here or start to walk your arms out in front of you, maybe lowering your forehead or your chin to the ground, putting a little engagement in the core to feel the hips drawing back and decompressing the spine, and enjoying this gentle inversion. The heart is above the head. And the shape is called melting heart pose. You can sort of feel this softening, this warming all around the heart. Front, back, sides, top and bottom. This tenderness. Be feeling that within yourself and then towards all beings everywhere. And extending that outward, breathing through that space. And one more deep breath here. Start to walk your hands in, coming back up, and then just going to come all the way back over onto your back. So you're just going to flip your body over. If you have a bolster, you're going to find that now. If not, then again, you can use a couple of blankets stacked up on top of one another. So you're going to come all the way down onto your back. Put the feet onto the floor with the knees bent, lift the pelvis up, and slide the bolster or the blankets, or even a block would work great here. Anything that can support the pelvis, a block maybe with a blanket over it, so that the pelvis, the lowest part of the back, is supported somehow, just gently lifted upward. And again, either starting with the arms just relaxed on the floor, palms facing up, maybe even bringing the arms out a little wider into a T shape, just allowing the chest to gently open. And allowing the pelvic body to feel this, again, this support of the bolster, blanket, or whatever's beneath it. It is, you are held here. Good. And just bringing one knee in and then the other, and straightening both legs up. And if sometimes it's helpful to have your hands on your thighs, or you can keep the arms relaxing on the floor. If you lift up and you realize, oh, my bolster, my support needs adjustment, just adjust it and come back in. Bringing the legs up, they don't have to come to straight. You can keep a soft bend in the knees or straighten the legs up into the air. Feeling the weight of the legs, that grounding of the femur bones, the thigh bones, downward into your pelvic body. Notice your breath, letting it maintain this steady rhythm, this internal rhythm. And then spread your toes out wide apart. See if you can even turn on the smallest baby toes on the feet. And feeling this awakening all the way to the soles of your body, of your feet. And then pointing the toes up towards the sky. You're stretching out the tops of the feet, ankles and shins. And pressing the heels skyward, toes coming towards you. And just rotating the feet in one direction. And feeling this rotation through the ankle joints. All the while, you're in this inverted state. You're upside down. The feet, ankles, and legs can drain. Allow this different orientation with gravity and fluids moving back toward the core body and the heart. And then reverse the direction of your circles, going the other way. Good. And press the heels high up again and just fold your left knee into your chest. You can hold it with your hands or just let gravity hold it there. Press through your right heel a little bit more. And then slowly begin to lower the right leg about halfway down to the floor in front of you and just hold, kind of feeling this lengthening and strengthening. And then lowering until the heel is just above the ground, kind of feeling into that place with gravity. Good. And the right arm can lift up alongside the head. It can come out to the side. Just finding a placement of the arm that allows there to be some space creation in the shoulder, the side body. Maybe letting that right heel now come all the way down. You can always bend the right knee a little bit too if that feels better for you. And then taking some deep belly breathing. So breathing into the belly of the body, where we're coming into an even bigger opening of these hip flexor muscles, these muscles that when they get short can really pull into our low back and up into our chest. So letting all of this get space, area of our body where we often hold a lot of our emotions in the gut. And so letting that breathe here. And one more breath. And with your next exhale, you're going to lift your right leg up, your right arm up. You're reaching the hand and the foot towards each other. Maybe they connect or maybe not. Doesn't really matter. And then just fold that right knee into your chest. You can hold on to your knees or let the arms rest and just rock a little bit side to side, or find some gentle circles around the sacrum, just massaging out the back body here. Just noticing again if any shoulder tension is crept in, letting those relax down. Good. And then straightening your left leg up to the sky. Pressing the heel as high as you're able. And then slowly lowering the left leg about halfway to the floor in front of you. Just finding a comfortable place in space to hold it. And then let it lower until the heel is hovering above the ground. Again, you can bend the knee here if that feels better in your body. And then the option here is to inhale the left arm either up alongside your head or out to the side. Just allowing this passive relaxation shape to open the chest. Good. Maybe letting that left heel now connect all the way down to the floor if that feels better for you. Breathing here. And the right hand can be on the ground, or you can hold the right knee in. Just adapting every shape to you. Letting your body say, I see you, I hear you, I'm here. I've got you. And a couple more deep belly, low back breaths. Long exhalations. And with your next exhale, you're going to lift the left leg back up, left fingers reaching up, maybe connecting the hand and toes, maybe not. And then folding the knee into your chest, just rocking a little bit side to side or in circles on your back. Good. Good. Straighten the legs back up towards the sky. Maybe the arms just relax down to the floor again. If your pelvis is shifted at all on your support, you could lower the feet for a moment to the ground and just adjust the hips until they're comfortable. And then press your heels high to the sky. Feel your inner legs kind of hugging towards each other. And then separate your feet into this narrow V shape, so about a foot apart. And then continue about another foot, just easing into this upside down straddled position, really allowing gravity to guide you and your body. So there's no pushing. It's more of a allowing, like, okay, legs, where do you want to hold? Let's find that space and breathe there. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. Deep breaths. And bring the legs about halfway back together. And then all the way back together. Feel your inner thighs kind of squeezing into one another. Bend the knees into your chest. Lower your feet to the floor. Bring both arms up overhead or out wide, whatever shape feels best for your arms. And you can stay there or straighten both legs out in front of you, coming into this full body stretch over the bolster. If having the legs straight doesn't feel right, keep the knees bent, feet on the floor. You don't want to strain the back in any way. Good. Empty your breath out completely. And then inhale, fill your belly, fill your ribs, fill your chest, holding that breath in for a count of 5, 2, 1. This time exhale through your mouth and let it go. All the way out. Holding it out for 7, 2, 1. And inhaling, fill your belly, fill your ribs, fill your chest, holding that breath in again for 5. Exhale through the mouth. Feel free to let a little sigh, a little noise out, all the way out, holding it out for 7. And then inhaling, fill your belly, fill your ribs, your chest, holding it in for 5. Exhale through your mouth. Let it go. All the way out, holding it out for 7. Good, last one, inhaling. This time holding it in for as long as you can. As long as you can. These long holds really help the absorption, getting the oxygen into the body, calming the nervous system. And exhale it whenever you're ready. All the way out. All the way out. Breathing out till there's nothing left in there. Hold it out. 7 or longer. Good. And lower your arms. Lift your hips. Slide your prop out from beneath your body. Slowly lower all the way back down to the floor, letting the back and the pelvis release all the way down. And then checking in with your body here, maybe seeing if you are craving to draw the knees into your chest. Some of you may be wanting a bridge, like another gentle lift in the low back, or a twist, maybe walking the feet out wide, letting the knees come to one side or the other. So using this last minute or so before Shavasana, just to give your body any final shapes, final movements that you might be craving or wanting here. Continuing to strengthen that connection with your intuition, your wisdom, and this relationship with self, that you're there to care and nurture this body, this mind, this heart, this soul. Giving yourself some appreciation for taking the time today to do this for yourself so that you can better serve others, humanity, and live from a place of being awake, calm, in your truth, authenticity. Good. When you're ready, there's no rush. Find your way into your final relaxation, your Shavasana. So you might choose to take a support, a bolster, a blanket, cushion under your knees. You might take a blanket over your pelvis for grounding, or your chest for grounding, or lay a blanket over your whole body for warmth and to quiet your nerve endings. If you have an eye pillow or like a dark washcloth, you could put that over your eyes to quiet the eyes, the mind. So finding your final resting shape and making any little adjustments in this shape until you feel really comfortable. And you feel like the body is saying, yes, I can stay here for a little while. This is a good place for me to be. Shifting, following those little reflexes in the body. Letting it settle a little more, little by little. And bringing your attention down to the soles of your feet. I'm going to go through a short body scan. All you have to do is bring your awareness to the part of the body that I name. No judgment, no storytelling, just observe. Let your mindful awareness go there. The soles of the feet, tops of your feet, your lower legs, knees, your upper legs, your hips, pelvic area, your belly, your low back, ribs, chest, shoulders, your arms, wrists, palms, and fingers. Become aware of your neck, your throat, your jaw, your face, letting your eyes relax heavy in their sockets. all the way to the crown of your head. Become aware of your whole body, your whole body, all at one time. Just allowing yourself to shift into this state between awake and asleep. State of relaxation, equanimity. You can stay here as long as you'd like. Maybe giving yourself another few minutes resting. Or if you're ready to move on with your day, start to awaken your body. Deepen the breath. Bend your knees and roll over to your right side. Using your hands to press yourself up to find a comfortable seat. Just taking a moment more to observe, just to watch. Notice your body, your breath. Become aware of your mind and your emotions, your heart. And joining your palms together in the center of your chest. Letting the heart lift up into your thumbs. Bowing your head to your heart. Thank you for doing this practice with me today. Namaste.